Hi, I'm Luke Beach, an admissions recruiter here at Rochester University. We're so glad you could join us for our Accelerated Learning Programs webinar series. If you would like more information anytime throughout this video, make sure to scan the QR code located on the screen. This will take you to a visit request form and connect you with our accelerated admissions recruiters. We are so excited to be joined by Dr. Cynthia Clark, who is the program chair of our Early Childhood Studies program. Dr. Clark, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having me, Luke. I'm happy to share with you about our program.
Wonderful, wonderful. Well, we'll get things started. So can you just tell us a little bit more about the Early Childhood Studies program and what our students can expect to learn in the program?
Sure. Students that come to RU to study early childhood studies learn about child development theory and appropriate practice. They learn how to plan and implement, assess and document children's learning. They learn about quality leadership and legal issues and about relationships with families and communities. So many of our students are already working in the field or have experiences with young children and are familiar with how preschools and daycare is run. But when they come to RU, they learn about why they are doing what they're doing and understand how to do it better. And then because they're working in the field, they get to take that learning and apply it right away to their workplace. And also they learn how to articulate what they're doing to parents or administrators or coworkers, why it's important to do things that they're doing and why they're doing them the way that they're doing. So I have a student that is in one of my online courses right now. And each week they have assignments where there are discussions online with their peers. They bounce ideas off one another, but they also have to once a week report to me their learning from their textbook. And one of the students was writing about how she didn't realize there was so much learning going on in the sand and water table. And she said, until I read that chapter, she said, and I feel like a broken record because I say this every week, but it's true. I'm learning so much about how to improve my classroom, whether it's the focus on the building blocks area or the dramatic play area. It's not just that we have a sand and water table, but what are we putting in the sand and water table? And how are we connecting it to learning? So some people think that, there's academic standards and then there's play. And I believe that we can just connect both of those. And that's how learning really is more meaningful, if we're connecting important learning with play. So they learn how to ask the right questions so that it's not unintentional play, but that there's actually, there are math skills being learned. How many cups does it take to fill that bucket with sand? Or what happens, there's science, what happens when we get the sand wet? Can we do different things with wet sand than we can with dry sand? Or can we do different things with dry sand than we can with wet sand? And there's language and social skills going on at the water and sand table. Can you please pass me that funnel? There's vocabulary, there's so much going on, but teachers learn how to ask the right questions, how to supply the right materials to those centers, and not just throw everything you have into the sand and water table, but what are we looking for and what materials would really help children to focus on that specific type of learning. So graduates from the Early Childhood Studies program can become teachers or lead teachers or administrators or directors to work with children for ages birth through preschool. And some of our students go on to graduate school, we actually have two professors, at least two professors in our program who attended Rochester University and earned their bachelor's degree in early childhood studies, went on to graduate school, and then now came back and they want to teach for us. So that's kind of a statement about how good we are that they want to come back and teach for us too.
Yeah, that's wonderful for sure. You brought up a great point about our current students. That a majority of our ECS students are already working in the field, or they're working professionals. Can you tell us a little bit more about the flexibility the programs offer our students?
Sure. Our program was structured to accommodate working students while they continue their studies. And so we're very flexible with scheduling. They don't have to take courses in a really specific order until their final year. We work to make sure the students are getting the classes they need when they need to take them to stay on a schedule and meet their goals. It's an accelerated program, so all the classes are 8 weeks. Excuse me, are 8 weeks long. We have 2 sessions in every semester, and transferees from community colleges or other institutions can complete their degree with us in as little as 16 months. They can do it either fully online and never ever have to come to the campus, or they can do in-seat learning. They come to campus 1 night a week, or they can do a combination of that. So we really serve different students' needs, and we're transfer friendly. We have partnerships with a lot of community colleges, and we accept up to 90 transfer credits from other institutions. We accept the Teach scholarship and many other funding support sources. So, if a student's interested in teaching birth through preschool, this is a perfect option.
Great. Well, I'm really excited to talk about this next part because the program got a really, really big honor, being ranked #1 in the country by study.com in the ECS field. Can you just tell us more about what that has meant to the program?
Well, it's really reaffirming. It is very exciting. And we didn't intentionally set out to achieve this. Somebody just happened to notice that we are doing such great things. We're an exceptional program within a special university. So I have an amazing team of 18 professors in the program. I'm privileged to work with really experienced and dedicated and godly people on our team. And the majority of them have a doctoral level degree. So we just want to keep that going and doing the best we can. And of course, one of my personal goals is to make the world a better place for as many children as I possibly can. And I get to do that here at RU because by providing a really great education for so many teachers, they go out and they touch so many children. So I get to impact so many lives that way. And when it comes to my students personally, my goal is for their success. And I keep seeking ways to provide an excellent education for my students and meet their needs. I really can't think of a time where a student came to me for help. Things happen. I was a student, a mom and a student, a working mom and a student in my lifetime too. So I know what it's like. It can be really tough. And So when these students come to me and say, I need some help, I can't think of a time when I couldn't at least somehow help them to lighten the load a little bit somehow, and or get them on a path where they needed to go and make things better. And so it's a place where the professors are all really supportive of the students. We have an excellent education here, and within in such a special university, and I'm very proud to lead this program.
Well, I just want to take the time to thank you so much for providing us with all this great information about a program that we're all very proud of, and just want to thank you for your time.
Thank you, Luke. It was a pleasure.
Thank you. Well, keep watching to check out the rest of our Accelerated Learning webinar series. Remember to scan the QR code on the screen if you're interested in speaking to one of our accelerated admissions recruiters or setting up an in-person or virtual visit. And we want to thank you again for joining us today.